Alright, so today I want to talk about something that is really not important and that a lot of people don't give a shit about, but I wanted to make a video on it anyway because it kind of hit hard for me. It kind of hurt me in the feels a little bit, and that's the death of Game Informer. Yes, the magazine. I loved that magazine. I probably didn't read not one single fucking paragraph out of that magazine, but it was always there. It was always there in the background. It was in my bathroom. It was everywhere. Now, I was born in the 2000s, so I experienced the golden age of a lot. The internet, media in general, what else? Porn, probably. And gaming. I experienced the golden age of gaming. I mean, like, yeah, nowadays we have 4K graphics, what else? Dead Batman, homosexual samurai, and microtransactions. But nothing really beats the genuine, calm, happy era of the 2000s through 2010s gaming. And Game Informer magazine was a crucial part of that, in my book at least. So, for those of you that don't know, Game Informer was a magazine published by GameStop since 1991. Now, I kind of say GameStop loosely because I kind of fucking lied to you just now. It wasn't produced by GameStop till like 1999. No, sorry, till like 2000. It was produced by Funkoland at first. Funkoland was a video game retailer, I think out of like Minnesota or some shit like that. And they had their own newsletter. Their newsletter would talk about, games, the gaming industry, Nintendo, a lot. It would talk about anything you could think of. Anything games, it was in there. And it was a hit, at least for the area, I think. And then GameStop, right after they switched from Babbage's, I don't know why they were called Babbage's, but they were. They said fuck it. Right as Y2K hits, they said fuck it, and they bought Funkoland, which was honestly a really good decision because they got the newsletter that way. They got Game Informer that way. They expanded it, modernized it, and they gave us what we had for the past, 24 years. So in total, if you want to add it all up, Game Informer is technically 33 years old, which is old as fuck to me. So if you're older than Game Informer, goddamn. But regardless, you might be saying, what could have brought down Game Informer? If it was around for so long, clearly it was bringing in money. It was doing something right for the past 33 years, right? Well, I don't really think it's Game Informer's fault. Other than them turning PC as fuck and just spewing out liberal garbage, I do think it's our own fault. As a society, we continue to be disappointing as ever, and we turn to social media for news. Don't know when we did that, don't know how we did that, but I saw George Floyd on Instagram and I lost my shit. So because of news changing, because of our source changing for news, the idea of subscribing to a newsletter, getting paper in the mail for your news, for gaming out of all things, was obsolete. It doesn't sound practical nowadays. Maybe back then it was like, holy shit, I can get news in the mail. Nowadays it's like, just pick up the phone. So you're probably thinking, I pay for the internet. Why would I ever pay for paper? Which is smart. If you're smart, you would say that, but I'm not smart. And I would say, buy it for the nostalgia value. You can't anymore, it's fucking dead. But if you could, I would buy it for the nostalgia value. Like I said, it was always there. I was born in the 2000s. It was just kind of in the background. And it was just the illy part of life, I guess. Every time I use the bathroom, just whip it open, pause, and then just read. Quote unquote read. Like I said, I didn't read shit out of that magazine. I just saw the pictures and went, ooh. But it was still amazing. So I say this entire rant to say that Game Informer was a reminder of a time when games were good. Game Informer was a beacon of hope, if you will, if you want to put it in that cliche, cheesy way. Games are not what they used to be. Game Informer it's kind of a reminder of what they were, what the state of the gaming industry was, when developers listened to us, when they actually cared, when they weren't just pandering to a demographic that barely even plays games. It was fun, but Game Informer is no more. Those days are no more. You can't buy it anymore. So there's no nostalgia factor, I guess. But it was nice while it lasted. And it's kind of a lesson to us if you think about it. We should appreciate what we have now. I'm not going to go into a whole rant about how games are different now. I mean, you kind of already know my opinion, and there's so many people that have made a video on that exact topic. So I'm not going to get into that. But I will say, enjoy the games that we have now. Even if we're not really able to enjoy them as much as we used to, they will change. We will move on to a newer generation, and they'll be the ones controlling what media we have. They'll be the demographic that, the higher ups look at, and they'll say, what do they want? It won't be us anymore. So while it is us, let's just enjoy what we have and continue being happy, I guess. I mean, Game Informer is dead. Nothing happy about that whatsoever. But just stay positive. Be genuine.